All right, this is going to be really, really short. It's Thursday, April 14th, 2022. And I wasn't originally going to get into the deep stuff until much later, but I realized that this sort of serves as a logical addendum to the previous video where I addressed and critiqued Father Jacob's article on why God is he, not she. So I'm going to go ahead and post this now. Before I read it, because I had this prepared in advance as well, I'm just going to make kind of a preliminary remark for those who are less familiar with Orthodox Christian dogma. As you can see from the title of my video, the title is declaring that the doctrine of the Holy Trinity is actually impersonal, which is obviously not what the Orthodox want, but I'm going to be arguing that the nature of Orthodox dogma, the nature of the argument for personalism, actually undermines their desire for God to be personal. So in Orthodoxy, persons are distinguished based on what differentiates them. And this is illustrated by the fact that the persons are primarily known in terms of their mode of origination, the Father being the exception to that, since he causes the Son and the Holy Spirit. But that is his distinct mode of being. He possesses the mode of causation. And the Son possesses the mode of generation or begottenness. And then the Spirit possesses the mode of, or is associated with the mode of processing or spiration. So these three things are what foundationally are sort of the ground of what identifies and distinguishes and differentiates the persons within the Holy Trinity. So here's my very, very brief take on that. The principle of individuation in Orthodoxy is not sufficient to explain what a person is. We are trying to differentiate a nuance here, so the issue is difficult and requires patience. I will frame it succinctly. The problem with the Orthodox dogma is that persons relate based on differentiation. But persons do not relate based on differentiation, i.e., properties or idioms, but rather on the presence of consciousness, in which persons relate pros to, or towards something. This is the foundation of all mysticism and of union between persons or between persons and God. Simply being different from someone else based on a property or mode of origination does not communicate the ability to relate to the other. So in short, this is why the Orthodox definition of a person is ultimately impersonal, i.e., it ultimately fails.